David, I love you!
This week has been a hellish week for me on a number of on a number of levels. Had the worst week at work since the summer of 2008. It's been dreadful. I hope it's going to get better. It was not so bad on Saturday. It got sort of better as the week went on, but it was pretty bad, and it was bad enough for me to blow my top several times. You know, often in the direction of people who didn't deserve it. So I do apologise to those people who who unfortunately felt my wrath due to a lot of the press, the stress and the pressure that was going on at work this week. This week also we got an email telling us that Buckingham Palace, which is the job that I was going for, the trainee butler, they are terminating the application. You know, in one way I'm gutted, because I do think that I could have done the job. I do think that I would have been good at that sort of job. On another level, one of the things they did say was desirable was a background in hospitality, which is something that I don't have. Anybody who'd had experience in waiting or even bar staff would probably have more qualifications, I suppose. I think it was fantastic that I got as far as being noticed. I got as far as getting a phone interview, which I didn't think went too badly, considering I wasn't expecting it, and it was on the mobile rather than the landline. And all the way through I was worried that my mobile was going to cut out, you know, the battery go or something like that. So, you know, okay, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm still looking at other jobs. It's not the end of the world. Yes, it's sad. Yes, I was depressed for a while. Yes, it did happen during the middle of a god-awful week. But I'm able to move on from that quite quickly. Something that I wasn't able to move on from, as you probably know, has been the death of my first bird, Pettis. And of course the fact that last week, well, the week before, I sent Bonnie, his mate, and little Finch, his last child, off to market. I did that on the Friday, and on the Saturday I sort of thought that I'd got the societies, and I thought, you know, I could have kept Bonnie and I could have put her in with the societies, because they probably won't crossbreed, and they get on all right. Sunday I thought, I really do want Bonnie back, and so Monday morning when the shop opened, I went down to see whether she was still there or not, and she was, so I brought her back. So little Finch has gone, but Bonnie has returned. And my birds seem to be settling in all right, although another of the frustrations of this week is that we have been unable to get a nest for them. There's just problems. You know, we've had a pet store shut down, and the other one is not so reliable with what it gets in every single week, so there we are. Jens Pulver lost his match this week. You know, it's unfortunate. I think he was, I watched the fight. I managed to see it on YouTube, in fact. And one of the things I will say is, you know, this might sound bitter, but there was an upkick that was quite vicious between this Davidson guy and Jens Pulver, and the fight was stopped for a bit I think to let Jens recover him whilst the sort of the referee gave a bit of a bollocking to this Davidson guy, and then they continued it. They could have disqualified the guy for that, and I can't help thinking, if they had have done that, then of course Jens wouldn't have gone on to lose. I think it's a little bit bitter of me, but there is a certain amount of me that thinks, that was pretty harsh to have to lose in the first round after you'd had received a pretty low blow or an illegal foul, so to speak. I would not be proud of myself if I was Davidson, or whatever his name is, Brian Davidson or David Bryanson or something like that. I wouldn't be proud of the way that I fought because I managed to do a terrible, terrible upkick which I could have been disqualified for. Jens, of course, took it fantastically, as you would expect, and I don't think that will be the last you see of him. I think he's doing it for fun now, really. He's doing it for himself, he's doing it for fun. And he has, notched up a few wins recently, so, not the end of the world. The final thing to say this week is that I have been shopping with my sister because her wedding comes up next month, the 25th of next month, and shortly after that one of my cousins is getting married 2 weeks after that in July. So I'm pleased to announce that I've now managed to get all my clothes for that, and I shall be wearing a lightweight grey suit for my sister's wedding. We've got a nice white patterned shirt, we've got a lovely purple waistcoat, and we're going for I think a blue flower patterned tie, and obviously black shoes, and that's for my sister's, which I'm absolutely thrilled with. The way this worked out was that it was as cheap for her to buy as hire. So she said, why don't we buy so that I can keep it? And the way they did deals was she was actually able to buy shoes and a second shirt as well, within sort of a certain price range. So I managed to get also stuff to wear for the second wedding. I'm wearing the black Upminster suit that I had from before, with a black tie and a salmon coloured shirt for that one. Again with the dark shoes and no waistcoat. That will be for the one in July. So everything is bought, and we've spent all this bank holiday doing that, and it's been fantastic. I've really enjoyed it. Something else I enjoyed occurred last night, and this was Bev's birthday bash. I presented her with a gift on her birthday on Saturday, and that was a little key ring with her namesake's photo in it, and I was invited to come out with them on Sunday to celebrate in town, and I did put in an appearance, and I did get some rather interesting photography out of it, and here comes what I have got, and I have the permission of Bev to publish this, so there we are.
I'm not drunk. A little bit. Where's your third nipple?
A third nipple? I filmed it.
We have ambition. Hi, David! Hi, David!
Yeah, I heard you first time.
Hi, David!